I didn't get into trading because I loved the markets. I got into trading because I hated being broke. I was tired of watching life move forward without me. Tired of watching people around me succeed, while I kept shrinking into myself. Every job I touched felt like survival, not purpose. And every month, I was reminded that hope cost money. Trading wasn't a career choice for me. It was an escape route. The only thing that gave me the illusion of control. That maybe, just maybe, I wouldn't have to beg life for mercy anymore. I wasn't chasing Lambos. I was chasing freedom. Because behind every chart, every setup, every sleepless night watching price action was just a person who didn't want to die average. Trading didn't just give me a goal, it gave me identity. And even though I failed, blown accounts, cried in silence, and doubted everything, I still show up. Not because I'm strong, but because this is the only fight I've ever truly chosen for myself.
How has trading affected your relationships or mental health, for better or worse?
It made me start pretending. I act like I'm okay in front of people, but deep down, I'm constantly worried that I'm wasting my life. Everyone around me is moving forward, getting jobs, relocating, starting things. And me? I'm just here, staring at candles, hoping one day all this will work. I've missed birthdays, ignored friends, lied about how things are going. Because how do you tell someone you've been grinding for 4 years and you're still not profitable?
You know, the craziest thing about life is, it feels like some people are born with luck, and others are born to fight for every inch. And somehow, I've always fallen in the second category. It doesn't matter how much I prepare, how many hours I spend studying charts, backtesting strategies, waiting patiently for the perfect setup. The moment I enter a trade, sometimes it feels like trading has a personal grudge against me. If I buy, price drops. If I sell, price rises. And sometimes it's not even about me making the wrong call. Because when I step away and look back, I see my analysis was right. But my entry timing was cursed. I've seen people blow accounts because they were reckless. But me? I blow accounts because the one time I choose discipline, the market decides to punish me. I close early, price runs. I hold, price reverses. I follow the rules, I lose. I break them, I lose even worse. I've blown accounts not because I didn't know what I was doing, but because the market always seems to hit me with the one scenario I didn't plan for. It's like trading and life. Both keep teaching me the same lesson. Nothing comes easy for me. And honestly, it's exhausting to keep showing up, to keep giving your all, and still watch everything slip through your fingers like you were never meant to win in the first place. People think trading is all about skill. And yes, skill matters. But if you've been where I've been, you'll understand. Sometimes it feels like luck plays a bigger role than anyone admits. And when luck is never on your side, you start to question if maybe this game wasn't built for people like us.
What lie do you still tell yourself about your trading journey?
That I haven't made progress. I say it because I don't have flashy results, no big profits, no screenshots worth bragging about. But when I really look at it, I'm not the same trader I was months ago. I enter with intention now. I wait more. I think clearer. That's not luck. That's change. Quiet, uncelebrated, but real.
The most painful part of trading isn't losing money. It's waking up every day and realizing the person destroying your account is you. Like, you know exactly what you're supposed to do, and you still don't do it. Wait for confirmation, but you don't. You just jump in. Why? Because you're scared it's going to leave without you. You promised yourself you'd stop after one trade, but the moment you took a loss, all you could think about was getting it back. You swore you wouldn't chase, and yet there you were, glued to the chart, trying to force something out of nothing. And then, when the market finally moves, the way you predicted, the way you saw it, hours ago, and you're not even on it. You're just watching it run without you. That hurts more than breakup. The truth is, most of my worst losses didn't come from bad analysis. I didn't blow accounts because I couldn't read a chart. I blew accounts because I couldn't control myself. Because when emotions step in, fear, greed, anger, all the strategy in the world doesn't matter. Look, the market is ruthless, but it's predictable. My problem has never been the market. My problem has always been me. Because if I'm honest, it's not the market that humbles me most of the time. It's me, betraying my own rules. And the crazy part is, I know this. I know discipline is everything. I know patience pays. I know revenge trading kills accounts. But knowing and doing, man, that's two different battles.
Have you ever hated someone else's success because of where you were in your own journey?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I have. I'd see someone post their profits, withdrawal, payout and prop certificate on Instagram or Telegram or Twitter, and I'd just sit there staring. Not because I hated them, I didn't. I just hated how far behind I felt. I was grinding too, studying, trading, failing, trying again. But the results weren't coming. And that makes you question yourself. You start wondering, what am I doing wrong? Why does it feel like I'm the only one not winning? It's not even jealousy in a bitter way. It's more like frustration, like you're tired of clapping for everyone else while your own hands are shaking. And honestly, that feeling sucks, but it's real. And I know I'm not the only one.
What's something you've never admitted out loud about your trading obsession?
That no matter how much it breaks me, I still love it. I still wake up thinking about setups. I still refresh charts, even on bad days. Not because I enjoy suffering, but because I've never found anything else that teaches me more about who I am. Trading forces me to meet the rawest version of myself every single day.
What moment made you feel like a fool in this market, but later made you unshakable?
I once opened 5 trades in a row, back to back, just trying to recover a small loss. No analysis. just emotions. I knew better, but in that moment, it didn't matter. I blew the entire account within an hour, and the shame I felt, it wasn't even about the money. It was realizing I wasn't as in control as I thought. But since that day, I've respected the market more. It humbled me, and honestly, I needed that.
My first £10,000 payout made me feel untouchable. Quitting my job after that was the most expensive mistake of my life. I got my first payout in mid-2022, £10,000 hit my account. I didn't tell anyone. I just stared at the number. My whole body was shaking. I thought, this is it. I made it. I'm different now. That same week, I drafted my resignation letter. I'd hated my 9-to-5 for years. Every spreadsheet, every meeting, it all felt like wasted time. And now I had proof that trading was my escape. I told myself I was ready, that I'd made enough to go full-time. What I didn't realize, that payout came during a hot streak. 3 weeks of perfect market conditions. But after that, the markets shifted, and I didn't. Suddenly I was in drawdown. I kept thinking, I just need one more funded account, one more chance. I burned through challenge after challenge. Before I knew it, that £10,000 was gone. Not just gone, evaporated. Some of it on trading, some on rent, some on nonsense I never should have bought. The pressure was insane. Trading felt different when it was the only income. I couldn't think clearly. I'd stare at setups and second guess everything. Some days I'd sit in front of the chart for 9 hours straight, trying to make it back. Other days, I couldn't even open TradingView. I felt like a failure. I went back to my job 3 months later. Quietly. No one knew what happened. I didn't touch another payout for almost 2 years. I had to rebuild myself from scratch, mentally, emotionally, and financially. If you're thinking of quitting your job because of one payout, don't. I know how tempting it is, but one hot streak doesn't mean you've made it. Real consistency takes time, and you don't know how your psychology changes when trading becomes your only income until you're there. You'll feel pressure in ways you've never felt before. If I could go back, I'd wait until I had 6 to 12 months of expenses saved, at least 2 back-to-back payouts, and a journal that proved I could survive different market conditions. I wanted freedom, but I rushed it. And in the process, I lost everything I'd worked so hard for. If you're listening to this, don't let one payout make you believe you're ready to go full-time. Prove it to yourself twice. Then maybe, you're ready. I stopped telling people I trade. Not because I quit, but because the question that always follows is the same. So how much have you made? And truthfully, I don't have an answer that wouldn't choke me up. It's been 4 years. 4 years of marking charts, staring at candles, blowing accounts in silence. 4 years of telling myself, this next one will be different. I've passed prop challenges and lost them days later. I've gone weeks being disciplined just to lose it all in one emotional afternoon. Nobody saw that part. Nobody saw the nights I stared at the ceiling, wondering if this was all just one long mistake. I remember my mom asking how my work was going, and all I could say was, it's fine. But it wasn't. It hasn't been for a long time. I've met parts of myself I didn't know existed. The patient one, the greedy one, the liar, the addict. I still don't know which one I really am. I prayed over my charts. I journaled my pain. I've deleted and reinstalled MetaTrader so many times, thinking maybe a clean app would fix the mess in my head. I don't talk in trading groups anymore. I just scroll, watching everyone post wins. while I sit in silence, bleeding slowly. I don't share my trades, because every time I do, I lose. And I don't even celebrate wins anymore, because I know they usually come right before I blow it again. I've thought about quitting more times than I've actually traded, but something always pulls me back. Maybe it's obsession, maybe it's trauma, or maybe I've just sacrificed too much to walk away now. I've tied my self-worth to a candlestick chart. And no, I'm not profitable, but I've learned this much. Sometimes, surviving this long is the only profit you get.
I used to think the more trades I took, the better I'd get, the more profits I'd make, the closer I'd be to freedom. But the only thing I got better at was losing money. It started small. I'd see other traders posting 7 wins a day, challenge passed in 4 hours, back-to-back profits like clockwork. And I thought, I should be doing more. I'm not working hard enough. So I started forcing trades. Setup wasn't clean? Doesn't matter. News dropping soon? I'll be out before then. No confirmation, I'll take the risk anyway. Because in my head, doing nothing felt like failure. So I kept clicking. When I'm bored, I trade. When I'm frustrated, I trade. When I'm also down bad, I double down. I call it grinding, that I'm locked in. I told myself I was being aggressive. But let's be honest, I was just chasing setups that didn't exist, chasing the high of a winning trade, chasing the feeling that I was in control, when really, I was spiraling. I don't even remember how many times I blew my account, not because I had a bad strategy, but because I had no patience, no discipline, no breaks. Every time I lost a trade, I'd promise myself I'd stop. Just cool off, take a walk. But 2 minutes later I'd click, another trade, another mistake. Then I'd lose that one too, and the spiral would start again. You ever feel that pit in your stomach after a trade? When you know, you knew you shouldn't have taken it, but you took it anyway. That was my daily routine. I wasn't trading anymore. I was reacting, begging the market to fix my emotional damage. It never did. You know what overtrading actually gets you? Not more experience, not more profit, just more pain, more sleepless nights, more self-blame, more moments staring at your screen, thinking, why the hell can't I stop doing this to myself? And the worst part, you know better, but you still do it. Because it's not about discipline at that point. It's about control. And when trading becomes your only way to feel in control, that's when you lose it all. If you're listening to this, and you're stuck in that cycle, I get it. I've been there. Hell, some days I'm still there. But I'm learning the best trade is often the one I skip, the one I wait for, the one that comes after I shut up, sit still, and let the market speak first. Overtrading doesn't make you better. It makes you bitter and broke and burned out. So next time you feel the itch to click, ask yourself if it's a setup or just your emotions asking to be heard. Because if you don't learn to be still in this game, you'll lose everything that matters and still think you're working hard.
I don't think people really understand how dangerous this game is until it's too late. Seriously, when traders said, Forex will humble you. Now, I understand. I don't even know how to type this without feeling like a complete failure. But I'll try. I lost everything through trading. It's not because I didn't know how to trade. Not because I didn't know risk management. Knowing something and doing something are two very different things. I lost everything because of me. Because I over-leveraged. It started with one trade. After I lost that trade, desperation kicked in. I felt this burning need to recover quickly. And that's the most dangerous mindset in trading. Instead of stopping, I kept fighting back, adding more, convincing myself the market had to turn. But it didn't. It swallowed everything. My account, my savings, months of effort, all gone. Do you know what it feels like to stare at your screen, watching your hard-earned money vanish, knowing you could have stopped, but you didn't? I felt empty, numb, broken. I can't lie. Suicidal thoughts crossed my mind. It's a dark place, one I wouldn't wish on anyone. That's when I realized trading isn't about the charts. It's not about indicators. It's not even about strategies. It's about you, your mind, your emotions, your discipline. Because if you can't control yourself, you'll never last in this game. People glamorize trading like it's fast cars, freedom, easy money. But the truth is, it can breaks you financially. Because when you blow an account, you don't just lose money. You lose confidence. You lose trust. Sometimes, you even lose faith in yourself. And I felt all of that. Every single part of it. Trading isn't easy. Don't let anyone deceive you. And the scariest part about getting better in it is realizing it